Hey guys, welcome to Bulbasaur's Pokedex. My name is Jono and welcome to the channel. Now I'm just going to say first of all that I don't have any real goals for the channel. This is me just having fun with the hobby and seeing what content I can create for it, just for a bit of fun for myself and anyone else who's interested. Just like many others, this year a lot of people are getting into the hobby. I actually got back into it early last year when I was away for a holiday with my fiance after I proposed. And I was in Singapore and I visited the Pokemon Center on the way out, and it all kind of came back to me. And ever since then, I've been sucked back into it, just like many others. I do have a few surprises that are around the corner if I can get them to work out. I won't reveal that just yet because I don't want to jinx it, but we'll see when that time comes if it works out or not. But I just want to say hi to everyone who's also going through the hobby or even just interested about the hobby itself and just wanted to watch videos. I'm from Australia, and right now it is extremely hard to get Pokemon cards and just anything Pokemon related. Getting cards graded with the big graders, especially PSA, it's extremely difficult. So at least maybe you can see from our point of view as an Australian what it's like in the hobby. Now, I did want to reveal something semi-cool for the video, and today we actually have the Glory of Team Rocket briefcase. Now, I actually bought two of these, and I managed to sell one at a card show. I decided to do card shows because I have a full-time job and I don't have the time on a Friday morning to line up at EB Games and all these retailers just to get like one box of product or like a couple packs. And so I saw a lot of vendor POV videos on YouTube of people in the States and Canada, and honestly it looks very fun. It's definitely more fun than lining up early in the morning for product and fighting the scalpers. So I managed to sell one of these there. I'm also probably going to post like vendor POVs just for entertainment purposes, but also the recording is good for security purposes as well as I can kind of track my sales as well. Now there is something else that's very cool in this box, and I'm about to show you guys what it is, so let's have a look. So in this box that I've already opened and taken the booster box out, I have my PSA 10 base set Bulbasaur, and you might recognize that this box is extremely out of place. This box is my graded cards that I've been waiting from PSA. It's a few cards. It's first edition Fossil as well as base set Unlimited, and these are all holos as well that I've pulled. So fingers crossed. There's some 10s, there's some 9s, and yeah, I've been waiting since January at the start of this year to do this, but they've been with PSA since February. So it's been about, end of May. It's been about almost 4 months now. So fingers crossed, let's crack this open.
A few moments later.
Alright, after a lot of fighting with this box, we have finally got this open. And let's go and have a look at what we got. Hopefully I don't spoil this for myself. Is that the back of the card? Okay, that's the back. Alrighty. So I'll open it like this. Wow, look at that. These are very minty. So I've got 12 cards in here, and I think 9 of them are first edition fossils, and I have 3 base set Unlimited holos. I didn't really send these in because they're 10 worthy. I simply sent them in because I pulled them recently, and well, when you have very old cards like this, they're packed fresh, why not send them away? I thought it was a very good way to start my journey and just something a bit exciting. I don't know the order of this, so we're just going to find out together, but let's just get right into it. Rip the band-aid off. Okay, so it looks like we're starting from the back because I remember submitting Fossil in the first order. So we have this is the base set the Magneton here, unlimited. Um, and I think, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Sorry, I'm trying to like look over my camera stand to have a look at it, but yeah, it's not too bad. Let's have a quick look at the back. Looks okay. I'm not too worried about this one. This one I don't think is worth too much in a 10. But let's have a look and see what we got. So we have a near mint 8. So the first card we have an 8, and hopefully that's the only 8 in this. Alright, so we'll just put that over here. Magneton Holo. Next card. So this is probably going to be a Mewtwo, a Hitmonchan. Okay, so the next one will be a Mewtwo, Hitmonchan, base set, unlimited. And we get a 9. Okay, so it's not a 10, but we're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Like I said, it's these aren't sent in because I thought they were 10 worthy. It's simply because I really wanted to get these graded. This is my first ever grading submission, so it's just a bit of fun as well. Next, we have our last base set. We have the Mewtwo Holo, and I think this one actually looks not bad. If it's anything less than a 9, I'd be very surprised. The Holo looks good. There's not too much scratching on it. The back is not bad, to be honest. Oh, there's a bit of whitening there. I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a bit of whitening there. And on the bottom left, there's a speck there as well. Okay, so this is probably a 9, I would say, if I was to send this in. And we have a 9. So that's 2 9s. Okay, hopefully, yeah, hopefully no more 8s. But would love to see a 10. Out of 12 cards, look, I think I'm pretty happy with 2 to 3 10s. There are a few really big hitters in here if they are 10s. Alright, next one. We have a Ditto first edition fossil. So this is one of the 9. Pretty nice card. Ditto could look a bit better, but I mean in those days they weren't that crazy of artworks. Let's have a look at the back. The back is pretty good. It is a bit thick on the top. It's a bit top heavy. So I would say a 9. If this is a 10, like I'd be very surprised. And we have a... Whoa, we got a 10. We got our first gem in 10. That's crazy. I'm so shocked. Like the front... Okay, the front centering is actually really, really good. Again, like slightly top heavy, but I'd say it fits in the, the 40-60 range. But honestly, the back is very top heavy. A lot of people say PSA a bit inconsistent, so I guess maybe this is one of those examples. Let's get that in the frame. Next one. Let's just start with the backing first. I don't know if it's my camera angle. This also looks top heavy. Oh, that's a good glare on the camera to actually see the surface. And there's my room light. Okay, so another Ditto. And that might be a hollow scratch, but let's pull it anyway. And we get a 9. Alright, so we're at 3 9s and 1 10. Let's see if we can get some more 10s, shall we? Next card here. Again, pretty heavy on the top side. I don't know if... Yeah, I'm a bit worried now. I mean, well, that was a 10, so hopefully we can get another 10. We have a Raichu Holo First Edition. Now this is a pretty cool card, if I do say so myself. I think this card is actually worth a decent amount in a 10, and it's a very low pop count, I think. Maybe like 140, I could be wrong. My brain is remembering 140 to 300. It's one of those numbers. But let's go and have a reveal. Another 10, let's go. I'll pop the value up on these on the screen. I'm not really too sure of their value at the moment. I didn't want to really hype myself up. So there we go, another 10. Not bad. One more 10, honestly. Or 2 more 10s, and I'm honestly content. I'm very happy with this. I didn't submit these because I thought they were gradable. I just wanted to grade. So again, next card. again, looks top heavy. I don't know if that's my eyes today, but let's see what we even have. Oh, we have an Articuno. So this is one of the cards that I really wanted to come in as a 10. Is that a mark on the front? No. But yeah, this card is something that is quite expensive in a 10. Unfortunately, though, it has a very low gem rate. But again, it honestly looks really clean. The corners look pretty good. Is that a mark on the card? No, that's on the slab. Is that a nick on the card? Maybe a bit of whitening if you're strict about that. Anyway, let's go have a reveal. A 9. Oh man. I'm a bit bummed that this got a 9, honestly. But it is a really nice card. Who knows? I may resubmit this. The value of this, I know for sure that this one, value of a 9 to a 10 is a crazy difference. But nonetheless, a 9 is pretty good. Next card. Let's have a look at that back. A speck down there? Nope, that's wipeable. There's no whitening there, but there is a slightly like lifted edge. Yeah, let's see what we get. We've got our Moltres here. And again, the centering looks pretty good. Sorry, if I keep messing up the angle and drifting off, it's because I'm trying to look over my phone stand. But it looks pretty good. Let's just reveal this straight off the bat. 10, Gem Mint 10, let's go. That's awesome. That's 3 10s. That is so awesome. Again, I don't really know the value of this one either, but this is really cool. To just have a first edition card, that's 10. All my old cards were actually given away to family friends when I grew up, so I'm not one of those people that have all these cool grails, but I definitely know mine were all like heavily played, moderately played. So to have a first edition card that's in a 10, that's pretty cool. I might be keeping these for a while. All right, next card. Again, very top heavy. And it is the Gengar first edition. So this is the big card. There's not a lot of sale data on it, but I do know that this card, along with the Dragonite, is pretty much the chase of the set. Now that I look at it, it looks top heavy and slightly thicker on the right, like very slightly, like a minuscule amount. Definitely top heavy though. Let's have a look at the back before we reveal. Back looks pretty good. Not too bad. There is a bit of whitening on that corner. I don't know. This is the first time I've graded. I don't know if whitening like that will drop it from a 10 for a vintage card. To me, if it's a vintage card, really, really old, a little whitening, you'd think that it'd be okay because it's been kept in good nick. But apparently people say they actually grade vintage quite strict, quite tough. So let's have a look. I do know that this is like maybe $8,000 in a 10 and only like 1 and a bit in a 9. So let's have a look, shall we? And it's a 9. This one's a bit of a bummer. Oh, something else I did remember about this card. There was actually an ink splotch on this card. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That little purple spot. I spoke to a few people about this, and they also were a bit on the fence whether that was going to stop it from being a 10. But I probably won't resubmit that, only because of the ink splotch. I think that might be the reason why it didn't get a 10. Nonetheless, really cool card. Next, we have another Moltres. I think this is out of order. I remember submitting this at the top, and PSA actually, they make sure you put your cards in the right order when you submit. So it's kind of funny that they're giving it to me back in a different order. But Another Moltres. Quick reveal. 9. Alright. So we're at 3 10s right now. We've got 2 cards left. Alrighty. Let's have a look. Hitmonlee. Very nice. I was definitely the person who chose Hitmonlee over Hitmonchan back in my days when I was playing these games. Very cool. Alrighty. Quick reveal. 9. Honestly good. I'm so surprised that there's no like nothing lower than an 8. Even just 1/8. Like that's awesome, honestly. Lapras Hollow Fossil. Another big card. Another really, really big card. This, I think, is around a similar price, or if not slightly less than the Articuno. But we're still talking like still talking like 5,000 Australian minimum for a 10. Let's have a look at the front. How does that look? See, I don't know if it's my eyes. I keep saying everything's top heavy, but I would say actually the centering is good on the front. How about the back? Back again. The centering looks top heavy. I would say it's definitely top heavy. But then if I go to the Ditto, right, and you compare the two, is the Ditto not more top heavy? I swear this is like thicker on the top. I am so sure of it. What about the whitening? Edges. Edges look good. Because yeah. Wait, did I even reveal the grade yet? I don't think no, I didn't reveal the grade. Maybe this is a 10. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. 9. Not bad at all. I've got to say, I'm happy with this result. As in the submission overall. So, what do we have? We've got 1 8. We've got 3 10s. And that leaves us with 8 9s. Awesome stuff. Well, I think I'll have to ponder with these for a while. But I don't know. I reckon these are some pretty good contenders for a 10. And, you know, a lot of people know PSA are quite inconsistent. That's what they say. That's the meme. Unfortunately, they do control the market price. So this is the 9. Very top heavy. But then this is the 10. I don't know what I'm missing. Is that a mark? Camera can't focus. No, it's not a mark. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to consult my friends, but to me, well, honestly, they both should be 9s with the centering, but so I'll take it. But yeah, that was my first ever PSA submission, guys. And again, welcome to the channel. I hope that unboxing was interesting for you. I will be looking to do more grading in the future with things that I get from shows and things that I pull myself. So again, thank you for being here. Go give a follow, and I hope you enjoy the journey.